So if you're watching this video, you're probably thinking about purchasing gear or are looking into gear and you're not really sure what to get. What I am about to show you in this video is all the gear that got me through 2025, because all the gear I use, I consider it to be more of budget friendly and on the beginner side. And I just want to show you that it is possible to also generate an income and make a living out of this, out of your passion with beginner gear. And that can also, I mean, obviously bring you quality work and that you can rely on whenever you are doing this consistently and are working on new projects. So like I mentioned, whether you're thinking of creating, wanting to start creating, or are already creating and just need that extra step to start, and especially if you want to create but money is the problem. But I will be showing you guys the budget friendly options that I think will work for you, because they work for me. Whenever I started, I was creating projects with just my camera, maybe sometimes a gimbal. I believe the key to success in this industry is to stop comparing yourself to other creators and just choose the gear that matters for you and that will help you, especially because you are the one that is going to be working with this gear. So let's dive into it. Okay, first let's talk about camera body. The Sony a6700 got me through all of, I want to say I bought this at the end of 2023. Let me double check. Okay, yeah. So the Sony a67 was released on July of 2023. So I believe I purchased it like a couple months after it released. And this camera has been great to me the past 2 years. I recently upgraded to the a7 IV, but this camera was everything I needed for those 2 years. I was able to work for businesses. I created music videos. I created ads, commercials, social media content, real estate content, all with this camera right here. And I really recommend this little camera to everyone that's asked me at one point, what camera do you think I should get? I always recommend this camera because it's amazing for the price, especially if you do photo and video. I think this is the way to go. Right now it averages for around $1,500, I want to say, which is, you know, an entry-level camera price, but the things that this camera can do are not entry-level. It gives you 4K 24, 4K 60 with no crop. I mean, it is a crop sensor, but that doesn't really matter. I mean, I pair this with my full frame a7 IV and the qualities are pretty much the same. You can't tell a difference, and your clients can't tell a difference most of the time. It has the new AI capabilities, the new AI technology, which is like it detects humans, it detects birds, so all the new things. It has the screen that you can flip through, which is pretty cool. You know, for the price, you get pretty good camera. Okay, so now let's talk about the lens. So now you got your camera and you realize you need a lens. Well, if you are wise and go for the a67 as your first camera, I would recommend this lens right here, which is the Sigma 18-50. I recommend this lens a lot because it provides you with the variety of focal lengths that pretty much can help you out on every occasion. It is a zoom lens and it expands. And like I said, it goes from 18 to 50 millimeter. It gives you that wide cinematic look. And also the close-ups, you know, you get 50, so you get pretty good close-ups. And it's just a crazy lens for the price as well, $500. I believe it's averaging around $500 right now. This is a great lens, especially if you pair it with these crop sensor cameras like the a67. Pretty much all my journey of you know, being a creator and being a videographer and cinematographer, this lens has been there with me. And you can tell it's starting to, I don't know if you can see, it's starting to kind of peel off. So for video, if you're capturing audio, these mics have been the only thing that I've used throughout the past year and a half to capture audio, and I have zero complaints. It's actually what I'm using right now to capture my voice. So I have a little lav mic right here in my chest, and these were actually a gift from a friend. So I'm not really sure how much they were, but I mean, this is what you get. You get two of these little mics. Let's wait for the camera to focus. There we go. So you get two of these little mics right there, which is great. And then it comes with its transmitter that goes connected to your camera. And then you can just clip these mics. Oh, hopefully it's not capturing audio from both of these. I guess it is. Let me turn it off. There we go. And you can easily clip these to pretty much anything or everyone. If you're capturing someone talking, I mean, you can put this here, especially if you're shooting content, I mean, it doesn't look bad. But yeah, this is the only thing I used audio wise. It's crazy the amount of things you can use this for. It also comes with this little mini dead cats, I like to call them, and that you can attach to it for, you know, it decreases the wind, noise, and it helps you get clear audio if you're shooting outside. Okay, let's talk about lighting. I use these lights for everything. This is the light I'm using right now to light up my face. These are the lights I recommend. I mean, these are the only lights I can recommend because they're the only ones that I've used throughout this whole past year and a half or 2 years of doing this full time. But they come in a little case like this, and there's some mono lights, and these actually are only daylight. So I know there's some lights, I don't know if you want, I recommend if you're able to and can afford them to go with a bicolor. So it allows you to, you know, bring your light to warmer tones and to cooler tones. But these are only daylights, and they're great because they come in handy. So it's easy to light a scene with them. It's easy to, I mainly use these when I'm shooting like podcasts where I need to light people's faces, or when I'm shooting music videos and I need a strong key light. These are my go-to lights. I don't use them all the time. They're not really necessary to all the time. When I shoot businesses, I try to keep my setup light. I show up with my camera, my mics, and a handheld setup or my gimbal. And I rarely carry these lights, but this is how they look. These are great little lights. They're very user-friendly. They're easy to use. And I like to, it comes with this little attachment that you can put into the light. And I bought these things on Amazon. They're like diffuser. It helps with diffusion, but I don't buy more than I need. That's a thing about me. Since I do this full time, you have to, and if you want to do this full time, you have to have into account all the expenses that come with this. I mean, this is your business, but this also, you know, helps you feed your family, and this also money goes towards your rent, towards your car. So you need to be wise with your money and where it goes. I know when we first start and when we first get into the industry, everything's new to us and we want to experiment. I recommend going to friends and experimenting with friends, the gear that your friends have, or join a club and camera club at school, join a cinema club, anything you can find where you can experiment, but don't get yourself in debt and don't start buying all this gear that you don't need, because that just causes stress. And in this industry, the less stress you can have, the better, because you want to be as creative as possible whenever you're shooting. So that's just a tip I want to throw out there. Don't buy more than you need. I just wanted to create this video to show you guys that you do not need a lot, especially if you want to turn this into your job. For me, I use this setup and only this setup, like for 85% of my work. This is the setup I was using, like camera, a couple lights, a tripod, my mics, and that is everything you need to start creating. You need to trust yourself, trust your work, and believe that you are capable of creating, and show that confidence and bring it to shoots, because if you are confident, that camera and that lens can take you a long way. Remember, it is not about the gear you have, it's about how you treat it, about how you treat your clients, about how you pursue every project, about how creative you get, and most importantly, about the connections that you make along the way. Another piece of advice that I would like to include is that it is very important to recognize when you really need to upgrade your gear. Us, naturally, the human nature is to always want more and upgrade when your work demands it. Like once you start booking more clients, booking more jobs, and you're like, okay, this thing is making me money and I might need to upgrade because this camera is not enough for the work that I'm doing. Just know when to recognize that, and it'll come at one point and you will know it. You will feel it, like, okay, it is time to buy that camera. And you will see it too. You will see income and you will be like, okay, I can afford a camera. I can afford a camera and I can afford to eat at the same time. Just when that moment comes, that is the right moment to upgrade. But until now, keep it simple. And especially if you're starting, keep it simple and take your time to learn. Grow as a creator, grow your brand, shake hands, go out there, shoot something every day. That's my best advice that I have. Just shoot something every day and create something every day, and you will see results pretty fast. I was able to make a living out of this with the gear that I showed you, and if I can, you can as well. So I really hope that this video helped you in some way. Like I said, I'll try to stay consistent on here on YouTube. I did improve my office to make it look nice for you. I know it's still a mess, but I'll be seeing you guys.